What up, you guys? It's Demune here with another video of Secret of Mana Remake. This is episode 8 here, and we had just completed dealing with the ruins in the south of Pandaria. Or Pandora, sorry. So, as we can see, we can look through our logs here, see where we're at so far. Character-wise, we finally met Thanatos. We've got Gnome, of course. Some town folk. Looking good there. Monster-wise, we still haven't picked up this guy. But that shouldn't be a problem. Something... We'll come across that soon enough. There was a chest, a zombie, tomato man, evil sword from Thanatos' area. And then if we check our guide here... The person behind the witch's tricks and the problems in Pandora is none other than the Imperial General Thanatos. Gemma says that the Empire is trying to break the seals on all the mana seeds hidden in palaces throughout the world. Randi returns to the Water Palace to protect its mana seed. So yeah, so what Gemma had told us earlier, that most likely, if the Empire is already trying to attack this part of the region, the Water Palace is just right down the street. No doubt that they're going to be stopping by there. So we need to go ahead and we need to get back up to the Water Palace and see what's up.
Oh, this is horrible. Someone has taken the mana seed of water. This crime doesn't seem like the Empire's usual trickery. How strange. Someone must have snuck in and stolen the seed while Undine's barrier was weakened. You must not let that seed fall into the wrong hands. Get it back as soon as you can. Wait, I see it. The seed is in the depths of Gaia's navel.
That's odd. So let's see. Anytime something like this happens in the game, we can always go to the status and we can look at our mana power. And of course, yes, the water seed has been stolen. So we've lost that power. Now, we still have the power of Earth with us. The Earth seed is still intact, as far as we can tell. So let's go to Gaia's navel and see what's going on. I don't remember if we've gotten any orbs, but anytime you're around Watts, it's always a good idea to check. That's right, we got a new sword orb. Yes. Alright. Nice. Alright, so now sword is starting to look pretty cool here. Let's see what we've got going on. So we had the rusty sword into the rapier, now the herald sword. Pretty cool. Alright. The heavy spear turned into the sprite spear. And then we also upgraded the bow from Chobin's bow to the iron bow. Nice. Alright. So things are looking up. We just increased the damage of our characters across the board with the weapons that we're using right now. And of course, you can always change that to better your playstyle. It doesn't have to be what I'm using. It's just something that I like to do.
There you are. The seed thieves are below. They're after the mana seed in the underground palace. I'll handle the palace. I need you to see the things below. Keep your guard up. You don't know what enemies lie in wait for you down there.
Well, I'll be. How the hole this big get here?
Looks like there's a ship underground. Nice. The whip orb.
How'd you get in here? You realize we ain't letting you leave now that you found our secret hideout, right?
You brats have come to the right place. The Scorpion Army is gonna rule the world. That's us.
Ah, yeah.
Shut your pie hole! It was us who took your precious water seed. Now, thanks to its awesome power, we've completed our super deluxe robot. We call it Kilroy the Indomitable.
Ah, yeah.
Take him out! Kilroy, activate!
On it, boss.
So it looks like, yeah, these guys have nothing to do with the Empire. They're more or less kind of like renegades that are just trying to take the seeds for themselves. They look to be like engineers or tinkerers or something like that.
Send them to their grave!
Alright, so we have Kilroy here.
Huh? What's wrong?
Boss, there's an energy overload. It's out of control.
What? That can't be! Just take the seed out and use auxiliary power!
As you can, when you turn him around, you can kind of see the seed is sitting behind him. Oh! In the back. Well, actually, no, you can't really see it here. That's curious. At least in the original, you could see the seed on his back. Oh! So the idea is kind of like attack and step back. His attacks can perform Moogle on you, and his melee attacks do kind of hurt. Magic is okay, but he's not susceptible to anything. So, like, they would just be doing normal damage, nothing special. So we're just gonna try to melee him down. You don't have to use magic here necessarily. Get these new weapons to work. Easy enough. Way to go. Obtained the Javelin Orb.
Aw, nuts! You won't get away with this!
Pretty sure I just did.
Let's bring this back to the Water Palace.
Thank goodness you're safe. Even the little one's gotten a bit bigger. You make a dwarf proud. Gemma? He rushed off with the Pandoran soldiers. They mentioned something about the Empire.
Alrighty. So we'll go see Watts again, and we'll head back to the Water Palace to turn in the seed.
I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
So we got the whip. Turn that over. And we got the pole dart, which we can now turn into the javelin and the black whip. Perfect. I do want to talk with the elder here one more time.
Thank goodness you're sick. Gemma? He?
Okay. There's a special dialogue with him that we need to make sure happens. For now, we'll just continue on to the Water Palace. So it looks like there's some enemies spilling out here. So these are the same fish as before, the if fishes. They're a little bit annoying because they do have some AoE damage that they can spread. So there we go. And if you've seen down there, one of the enemies had a balloon on its head. One of... Yeah, see right there. Awesome. One of the party members' their weapons has a special effect on it when we upgraded it. So we can check that out right here. Alright, so the Herald Sword inflicts significant damage on slimes and lizards. Excuse me. So, on a plus side of upgrading these weapons, they also get special effects that come with them with each level. So say that if I upgraded the sword even further, it would lose the significant damage on slimes and lizards part, but it might get something else, like where it can deal significant damage to humanoids or something else. That's always willing to, you know, something to come and check out over here. So we got the Sprite Sword, or the Sprite Spear, which is what Prim is using, and this is what is ballooning enemies, and so she's getting a CC effect, which is really, really useful if you're wanting to try to keep something under control. And then the Iron Bow doesn't have anything special going on with it. The Boomerang does. So, let's see. We may, because we want Floppy to be our ranged DPS here. Since we're going to be dealing with some enemies that are like that, maybe we can switch her over to that and have him start doing damage to slimes and lizards. I don't know if any of this is really considered slime or lizardy, but better than nothing. Which is what the bow was giving him beforehand. When it comes to weapon masteries and stuff like that, become level 1 or level 2 in sword or whatever, I don't know if those masteries increase the damage you deal with that specific weapon. I just know that it increases the proficiency at which you can... Okay. Increases the proficiency at which you could like get a level 1 or a level 2 bar gauge. Prim just leveled, fantastic. These guys that we're fighting here with the fish and the pitchforks or whatever, these guys are a pretty significant upgrade to the enemies we've been fighting up to this point. Oh wow.
Who have we here? I'm Ghestar of the Vandole Empire.
Ghestar.
Hand over that seed if you want Luca to survive this encounter.
Don't do it! Just run!
She says run, let's run.
Foolish boy. I can't move. So glad to see the seed still safe and sound in this location. Now I'll just break that pesky seal. There. So glad we had this chat. You can take care of my pets as a reward for making it this far. Don't forget to feed him.
You know what? I'm starting to feel like the Empire is not a bunch of good dudes. So this is the Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky fight. Nothing really in particular about it. You just don't really want to attack his body. You just want to attack the heads where you and when you can. Alright, this. Perfect. see what we got here. He's doing a decent amount of damage. Where did the heals go? Okay, there we go. Randy's kind of tanking the boss here, which is fine. Let's see. This dude is about spamming on me. Good hit. So as you're dealing damage with him, his heads will disappear. I don't recall if they regenerate. This is so different from the original. It's not what I remember. There we go. The Jabberwocky. Way to go. Another bow orb. Alright, let's go see Luca.
Now use the sword to restore the seed seal.
Rejoice, men! The Imperial forces have drawn back. We managed to defeat their monsters in Pandora, too. One of them dropped this. You should take it.
Another whip orb.
The
Nice.
Empire is advancing. We're running out of time. You need to restore the sword now. I'll return to my home country and do what I can to stop the Empire. If they manage to rebuild the fortress, the Mana Sword is the world's last hope. Talk to the cannon travel man in Potos. He'll be able to send you to the upper land.
The Empire's on the move. You must bring the Mana Sword back to its full power and protect the seeds. Go to the highest peak of the lofty mountains and find Sage Luca. He will teach you the true courage of a hero. You must visit all 8 of the world's palaces and synchronize your sword with the Mana Seeds. It will be a long and difficult journey, but you must persevere for the sake of the world.
I have business with Sage Luca, so go ahead without me.
I'll heal you. Would you like to see?
Yes, please.
I believe you can become a true hero. You must never lose hope.
Alright, so their faith is starting to be solidified in me. Like I told them, I was top dog from the get-go. I pulled the sword out, top G, right here. Alright, top dog. So, here we see what's going on, what our next move should be, which is going up to the upper land. Which we already wanted to do anyway, because Poppy apparently is from that area and remembered that that was his homeland whenever he came in contact with the second Mana Seed. So this is great news. Now, before we go over there, we are gonna go back to the Gaia's Navel. Good lord. Now, the reason we're going down here is for an item, of course. When I first played the game, I got lost at this part. I didn't realize that they had told me to go, hey, go to this very specific cannon, and it will take you to this new area. I didn't understand that. So I did a lot of just running around the game, going to all the different places, and I was really stuck here for like a while. So I came across this conversation with the elder here.
Thank goodness you're safe. Let me give you this mallet as a thanks for dropping by. It's the least I can do. I used to use it in the show.
Obtained minor mallet. So they changed the name of it. Wow. So originally this was called the Midge mallet. Not midget, just midge. I don't even know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, surprisingly enough. So they call it the minor mallet now. Basically, whenever a character gets turned into a little person, you could use this mallet to turn them back big. On the flip side of that, you can also use it to shrink yourself. Whenever you're in this form, you can't attack or anything like that. You basically like throw your leg or your arm or something like that. So it's kind of a fun little toy to have, but it also helps dispel certain mechanics that get put on you. So that's that.
I've been waiting.
Alright, the bow is ready. The bow is ready. The whip and the bow is ready. Fantastic. So what I do want to see now, so now we're back onto Poppy here. Go to his weapons. So the chakram is only doing 19. The bow is now going to do 27. We're going to re-equip that on him. On the other side, I do want to see what the bow does now that we upgraded it. So deals significant damage on animals, birds, and beasts. Which is really good where we're going, because there's going to be a lot of that. So now that we have that item, I don't know if this is the only time you could get that item, if it goes away after we go to the next area, or if there's a certain part of the game where he just stops making it available through conversation. But that's it, as far as I know. And then you don't get that flavor item past this point. So I wanted to make sure that we got that. That way you have almost every, you have every item in the game, so to speak. So now we're going to go back the way we came, and we are going to make it over to the cannon. There's a cannon guy up here. Nope, I don't want to spend the gold. I am being really stingy. You guys will see later on in the series just how expensive everything is. Alright, so this is the cannoneer right outside of Potos Village, and this is where we're going to call it a day. So when we come back on episode 9, we will take this cannon up to the upper lands, and we will explore and see if we can find out what's going on with the Empire, with Poppy's memory, possibly his family, and all that other stuff. So thank you so much for watching, of course, and I will see ya in the next video.